Hello, my name is Sensi. I am the developer of an adult visual novel called Dreams of Reality, the links to which will be in the video description below. Taking a break from the Let's Render series that I've been doing and thought I would release a couple of short tutorials, the first of which is going to be on ghost lights or emissive planes as they're sometimes known as. But before I get into that, I just want to thank both the supporters on Patreon and on Subscribestar. It is greatly appreciated, and also those that subscribe and click the like button and also comment is also appreciated. So what is a ghost light or an emissive plane? There is actually a difference between them. An emissive plane, as you see I have in front of me, I have a plane that's visible. All you need to do is under the surfaces, the plane default emission, change it from the black, which is effectively off, to white, which turns it on. And this emits the emission color, this emits light that is white. You always tend to want to go for KCD per meter squared, and the luminance value, well actually let's see, you may not need to change it, it's quite close. Okay, so you can see there's the reflection of the emissive plane, and you can see it's lit up around. If we turn the emission to black, it obviously turns off. You don't just have to do white, you can actually emit different colours. See, we've got green and yellow as well. Not only that, if you put it back to white, you can also change the emission temperature to have an orangey sunset effect as well. Now the intensity or the luminance, I'll put another 0 in there. See, it affects how much light is produced. If we drop that back down, the other thing that could affect the amount of light that's produced is also the scale of the plane. So here, if I change that to 500, you can see against the back wall here, it's much bigger. The light is much bigger. That's an emissive surface, an emissive plane, however you want to refer to it. And any surface can be emissive. You can just turn it on under surfaces and it becomes an emissive plane. I'll show that a little bit later. But what makes this a ghost light? Well, quite simply, you just click onto geometry and change the cutout opacity to 0.0001. That effectively turns that plane invisible, but you still have the light emitted along the back. Now, one of the side effects of this is that the amount of light emitted does decrease, so sometimes you need to increase the emission luminance values, say 1800, to compensate. Earlier I mentioned that you can make any surface emissive. I'm going to show that with this pork chop here. If we go to iRay preview, you can see there's no other scene lights, so it's completely black. So let's make an irradiated pork chop. So again, surfaces, select the item, pork chop, and you can see there's a different set of options here. This is because the surfaces, the textures of this asset, this pork chop, are 3D light. We want to change them to iRay. So what we'll do, make sure you've got pork chop selected, go to presets, remove any tick out of filter by context so you get a complete list. You want to go to shaders, iRay, and the one you want is the iRay movement base. Just double click. Now when we go to editor, you can see it's changed to the iRay options. We have emission. Click on that. You can see it is now transmitting a very small amount of light. Let's change that. There we go. We have white, and if we increase that, you can see it's now transmitting light on there. However, it does not look like a pork chop anymore. It looks just like an emissive plane. What you can do is click on this little down arrow. You can see have pork chop. And now it applies the texture of the pork chop to the pork chop, and it now looks like something that would burn as you swallow. Perhaps lowering that would be a better idea. Now you might be thinking it doesn't really look like it's transmitting much light. Well, there we go. You can see it is indeed transmitting light. If we were to move this closer to the wall, you would actually start to see the image appear. So, there we go. You can actually see the reflection of the pork chop in the wall. So that's emissive lights, that's ghost lights and emissive planes. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please leave a like, consider a comment if you want to see me cover another topic. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.